Sojourner Truth, widely known for her activism regarding the abolition of slavery in the United States and women's rights, was born a slave in 1797 in the state of New York. The name given her at birth was Isabella Bonefree. After her owner declined to grant her freedom as promised, she eventually ran away with an infant child in hand. Providence would have it that the state decided to emancipate all enslaved persons the following year in 1827. Sojourner Truth changed her name because she saw herself as on a journey to preach the truth. At the 1851 Ohio Women's Rights Convention, she gave her most famous speech, "Ain't I a Woman?"
Well, children, there's so much bracket, there must be something out of kilter. I think betwixt the Negroes of the South and the women of the North are all talking about rights. The white man will be in a fix pretty soon. But what's all here this talking about? That man over there says that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place. And ain't I a woman? Look at me. I have plowed, I've planted, and gathered into barns, and no man could heed me. And ain't I a woman? I could work as much and eat as much as a man, when I could get it, and bear the lash as well. And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children, and seen most of them sold into slavery. And when I cried out with my mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman? Then they talk about this thing in the head. What's that they call it? Oh, intellect. What's that got to do with women's rights or Negroes' rights? If my cup won't hold nothing but a pint, and yours holds a quart, wouldn't you be mean not to let me have my little half measure full? Then that little man in black over there says women can't have as much rights as men, because Christ wasn't a woman. Where did your Christ come from? Where did your Christ come from? From God and a woman. Man had nothing to do with him. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, these women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. And now they's asking to do it. The man better let them. Obliged to you for hearing me. And now old Sojourner ain't got nothing more to say.
Sojourner Truth found a home among the Millerites, even though she distanced herself from them after the 1844 disappointment. She later relocated to Battle Creek, Michigan, and reconnected with the Sabbath-keeping Adventists in 1857. Her travels granted her encounters and support from individuals such as Harriet Beecher Stowe, Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses Grant, Frederick Douglass, Susan B. Anthony, and Ellen White. After passing away at her Battle Creek home, her funeral was attended by 1,000 people. She was buried in the Oak Hill Cemetery.